Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation Big Red 1, Turn 11.4, Japan. I'm back from a gaming weekend where I tore down my board and set everything back up. Please let me know if there's anything that I've got wrong. It's July 1941. Japan has 2 tech rolls. First, I tried for radar at a 7 or higher. PB generated a 1, so I failed. Second, I tried for large ship construction at an 8 or higher. PB generated an 11, so I succeeded, and I complete that very important tech. Okay, purchases. Japan has 63 IPP to spend. I will purchase 1 militia for 2, 7 infantry for 21, that's 23. I'll begin the construction of 6 heavy battleships for 36, that's 59. And then, no, that's 57. Okay. I can't do math. 23 plus 36 is 59. No, that's 59. And then I'll lend-lease 1 anti-aircraft artillery to Germany for 4. That's 63. Combat movement. Got some walk-ons. Up here in the Soviet Union, from Western Manchuria, 1 infantry will walk into Chita. That's worth 1. And from Eastern Manchuria, 1 infantry will walk into Northern Manchuria. That's worth 1. So that's 2 up for the Japanese to 49 and 2 down for the Soviets to 43. Okay. Then here in Nanking, down in Nanking, I'm going to have a couple combats here, 1 into Hunan and 1 into Shantung. So from Hunan to, from Nanking, 2 infantry will move into Shantung with a fighter and a tactical bomber. And then from Nanking, 2 infantry will walk into Hunan with a tactical bomber. These 3 aircraft that I've named so far, they're all going to land in C-Zone P-32. And then from Sumatra, I have a range of 5 because it's at an airbase. It'll fly 1 to P-50, 2 to P-41, 3 to P-32, 4 to Hunan, and then 5 it'll land in P-32. So I'll have a fighter and a tactical and 2 infantry in Shantung, and then I'll have 2 tacticals in Hunan, and this fighter so far in Nanking hasn't taken off. Okay. From C-Zone P-14, yep, that's on camera. These 2 destroyers will move over to C-Zone P-15, pick up a couple Marines from Kyushu, and then move down to Guam, down to C-Zone P-43. So that's 1 to 15, 2 to 33. Yeah, we got plenty of range. We can make it down here, and we drop off those 2 Marines in Guam. And then the fighter that was in Nanking will fly 1 to P-32, 2 to P-43, 3 to Guam, and it will land on the light carrier that's coming from P-32. So there's a light carrier in P-32. It's going to move over to Guam. And this fighter is going to end up landing there. From C-Zone P-50, there's a battle cruiser and a heavy cruiser, one of the heavy cruisers, and 2 torpedo boat destroyers. No, I'm holding those 2 torpedo boat destroyers for later. I want to see what happens as far as subs. So, holding those 2 torpedo boat destroyers for non-combat movement. The battlecruiser and heavy cruiser will provide shore bombardment to Guam. All right. From Sea Zone P50, there's a destroyer there. It will pick up the Marine from Mindanao, and then it will move over to P53, and it will attack New Britain. That's just a walk-on. It's not worth any money. Okay, and then from Sea Zone P50, I will take a naval transport, and it will pick up, let me see if this is correct. Is that what I decided to do? No, okay, I have a, gosh, I don't know that I did decide which guys were going to take it. Let's see, sorry about this. I think what's going to happen is from Hong Kong, this naval transport is going to leave port to P41. It's going to pick up 1 infantry and 1 artillery from Kwang Tung. And they will move 1 to P42, 2 to P44, 3 to P52, I think. Should I go there? No, I'll have one more range. Oh, no, I do need to go here. Yeah, there was a reason I was P52, and the reason is that I'm going to... Oh, that's non-combat. That's why I couldn't find that order, because it's in my non-combat movement. Sorry about that. That's a preview of what's going to come. Combat movement. Okay, from I-4, this destroyer will pick up the Marine from Aden, and then it'll move 1 to I-7, 2 to I-12, 3 to P50, 4 to P51, and then drop off a Marine in the Maluku Islands. It's not worth anything. Okay. In Sea Zone P60, the Java Sea, this sub will convoy raid. In Sea Zone I-12, the coastal sub will convoy raid. In Sea Zone I-7, the coastal sub will convoy raid. And in Sea Zone I-4, the regular sub will convoy raid. From Sumatra, this seaplane will fly to Sea Zone P50. P50 is a better option. And do convoy raiding there. Put it on map. All right. It's going to land in Borneo because I have a range of 2, so I can still land in Borneo. And I think, let me just double check because that was a lot of moves. Okay, I took over Maluku, New Britain, attacking Guam, hitting Hunan, hitting Shangtung, and the other 2 were walk-ons. So, I've got Shangtung, Hunan, Guam are the ones I need to roll for. Let's roll some dice. Okay, let's do Shangtung. I've got 2 infantry at 2, a fighter at... Oh, I should just roll these one at a time. 2 fighters at 2. Miss. I said 2 fighters at 2. 2 infantry at 2. That's why I was rolling my red dice. I hope that's acceptable. 1 fighter at 6. 9. Well, that missed anyway. And then 1 tactical bomber. Oh my God, Jesus. Okay, 1 at 2 in return. Am I going to lose an infantry here? I am. Oh, that was at 4 anyway, not a militia. So I've got 1 at 2. And then 1 at 6. Okay, hit. And he's got 1 at 4, not 1 at 2. Okay. Well, he's going to have... hopefully that's his only hit, because that would be average if he just got 1 hit. I've got now in... oh, I should change that. That's worth 2. Plus the bonus income. So I take it with 1 infantry. And Japan goes up 2 to 51. And KMT goes down to 3. All right, next battle. This one is the battle in Shangtung. No, this is the battle in Hunan. 2 infantry at 2, and then 2 at 7. Hit. God, why couldn't I divide up my hits a little bit there, you know? Okay, well, actually that is fair, because he got 3 shots at 4, and he got 1 hit. So that is worth 2 up for Japan to 53, 2 down for KMT to 1. And I take Hunan with 2 infantry. All right. Now let's do Guam. I have 1 battlecruiser bombardment at 3. Miss. 1 heavy cruiser bombardment at 2. Miss. And then I've got 2, this is natural or normal terrain, clear terrain. 2 Marines at 2. Hit. Could have been a bombardment. And then he's got 1 at 2 with his militia. Miss. Well, I think losing 1 unit, especially the fact that the 1 hit he got was on infantry, I will take that. So Guam is captured with, I need a rondel for that, with 2 Marines. It's not worth anything. So we'll get that sorted. That fighter lands on the light carrier. Oh, I should have kept the dice because I forgot all this convoy rating. All right, let's do some convoy rating. This red die is his anti-submarine warfare. Red die is the attacker. We'll start with the full submarine on the Anzac line in P60. It's at a, well, let me go check. I have +2. Bruce has +1 for radar, +1 for anti-sub warfare. So it's a flat, it's a push. Hope he doesn't hit me. Okay, so no damage, but he didn't hit me. Okay, now we're gonna do the coastal sub in I-12. This is at a -1. I'll add 1 to the white and nothing to the red. Hits me on a 2. Nope, nothing. And then the I-7 convoy rating. Nope. And then finally, I-4 convoy rating. This is flat because it's a regular sub. Dang it. Okay, well, no, I can't complain because I didn't get hit, but I took a chance and it didn't end up paying off. But I'll take that I didn't get hit. All right, non-combat movement. From eastern Manchuria, 1 cavalry will move over to Suyan. From Suyan, this medium bomber will fly down to Burma. From, let's see, from eastern Manchuria, 1 Marine and 1 medium armor move to Korea. From Sea Zone P14, 2 battleships move up to Sea Zone P7. Oh, yeah, P7, that's right. From Tokyo, 1 heavy cruiser, 1 light cruiser leave port to Sea Zone P16. They're joined by a destroyer, and those 3 units move to P7. Meanwhile, the 2 light carriers that are in P16 go in port in Tokyo. Okay. So far I got 2 battleships, heavy cruiser, light cruiser, destroyer in Sea Zone P7. From Sea Zone P50, 3 heavy cruisers will come out of that task force and come up to P7 and join that group. Why, I only have 2 heavy cruisers there. What have I done wrong? I've miscounted my number of heavy cruisers. I'm going to move... I wonder if I wanted to move 2 heavy cruisers and a light cruiser up there. Maybe that's what I was thinking of doing. I might slightly amend my turn as far as I think I've put too much up here. I don't think I need that light cruiser. Let me just take a second here. So 16, 24, 40. Yeah, I don't need to bring the light cruiser. I think this force is fine. It's 3 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, a destroyer, and 2 battleships. He's not gonna. Maybe he'll come dance. Yeah, I think that's fine. So instead, the light cruiser that I moved all the way up there, I'll just move it to P32 with my carriers there. And then from P50, I'm going to take 2 torpedo boat destroyers off the task force marker. I might have taken ships that went to P7 out of here. I mixed myself up a little bit, but I'm sure I have enough range, because even if I'm coming from P50, I go 1 to P41, 2 to P32, 3 to P15, and I can still make it to P7, whichever task force marker I was coming from. But I'm taking 2 torpedo boat destroyers from P50 and moving them over to P43. So let's count that one up. I got a battle cruiser at 7, 1 heavy cruiser at 6, that's 13, 2 destroyers is 8, 21. Okay, this one's a little bit light. Maybe I'm too heavy on the other one. I definitely think I will bring this light cruiser over to here. I'm a little bit lighter on that force. What I'm thinking about is that Panzer J can hit either one of my 2 groups here with his with forces from Midway, so I don't want him to do that. I want to make it unpalatable. And I think I have done so. Let me think a little bit more. Is that even on camera, what I've been doing? Yeah, Let's think here. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. From Nanking, 2 carriers are going to come out of port into P32, and those 4 aircraft will land on those carriers. I'll tidy that up later. But that's 2 fleet carriers and then 4 aircraft. I think what I need is one of these heavy cruisers that I sent up to P7 needs to go to P14. Need to have something for, well, or should those guys go on port? Never mind. I'm so sorry to keep mixing things up. I'm very sorry. I'm pulling a Boston Bruce here. Nope. I have to be careful. Oh gosh. Yep. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have the 4 naval transports and the heavy cruiser at sea in P14. So from P14, 3 of these naval transports will move. No, 2 of those naval transports will move over, pick up 3 infantry, 1 marine, and then drop off 2 infantry, 1 marine in Korea, and 1 infantry in Rihe. So I end up with 1 militia, 2 infantry, 2 marines, medium armor. Those guys are in Korea. And in Rihe is a militia infantry. That ship is a infantry. And 1 of these naval transports that didn't move will come over, pick up the 2 marines from Kyushu, and then move down to Sea Zone P41, drop off the 2 marines in Kwangtung. And the naval transport that is starting in Kwangtung, or in Hong Kong, the one that dropped off in Kwangtung will go in port in Hong Kong. The guy that started in port in Hong Kong will leave carrying a infantry and a artillery, and then move over to Sea Zone P52 and drop those 2 guys off in Dutch New Guinea. I hope that wasn't too complicated because it wasn't well executed, and I apologize. Okay. From Siam, let's have... No, I think that's good. I don't think we need to move anyone into Burma just yet. Let's stay just where we're at. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4. I guess I could move an infantry up. And from British Malaya, I'll move an infantry up. I moved from Siam, I moved an infantry to Burma. From British Malaya, I moved an infantry to Siam. And then here in Sea Zone I-4, the fighter is going to fly to British Malaya. And from Sea Zone I-4, the light carrier and heavy cruiser will move to Sea Zone P50. Okay, I think that is the end of all my movement, but I'd like to double check for a brief moment. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm good. Placement of units. While we got the camera down here, why don't I put the militia in Burma and the infantry in British Malaya. Put a militia up there in Burma. In Rihe, I'll put an infantry on top of that. Do I need to do that? Yeah, I do. Okay, and then I've got 5 infantry that I'm going to put in Kyushu. I'm going to put 6 heavy battleships on the build queue, stage 3. And I'm going to lend lease an anti-aircraft artillery. So from Tokyo, the major factory produces the anti-aircraft artillery. It embarks at this ship port in Tokyo. It goes 1 P-16, 2 P-15, 3 P-32, 4 P-41, 5 P-50. It refuels in Singapore. Then it goes 1 P-52, I-12, 3 I-7, 4 I-4, 5 I-5, refuels in Lower Egypt. 1 I-5, 2 M8, 3 M7, 4 M6, I have a destroyer from my game over the weekend that is not on the map. Okay. I think I was 4M65, the Adriatic Sea, go in port in northern Italy, then rail to Bavaria. Okay. Collect income. I have 53 plus 6 bonus income for the Chinese territories, plus British Malaya, Borneo, Java, and Luzon and the Visayas, which is 8 extra. So that's 14 bonus income on top of the 53 income. Am I doing that right? 6 plus 4 is 6 plus 8 is 14. So I have 67. Is that right? 67 for next turn. Okay, let's do disposition of forces. In Lower Egypt, 1 militia. In Southern Iran, 1 militia. In C-Zone I-4, a sub. In C-Zone I-7, a coastal sub. In C-Zone I-12, a coastal sub. In C-Zone P-60, a submarine. In C-Zone P-51, a destroyer. In C-Zone P-52, a naval transport. In C-Zone P-53, a destroyer. In C-Zone P-43, a light carrier with a fighter, a battle cruiser, a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, 2 destroyers, 2 torpedo boat destroyers. In C-Zone P-32, 2 fleet carriers with a fighter and 3 tacticals. In Nanking, this battleship never left. In Nanking, I've got 1 battleship. That guy is in port. In Hong Kong, 1 naval transport in port. In P-50, 1 light carrier, 1 heavy cruiser, 2 naval transports. In P-14, 1 heavy cruiser, 3 naval transports. In P-7, 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser, and 1 destroyer. In P-9, 1 submarine. In port in Tokyo, 2 light carriers, and I believe that's my Navy. Now let's do land units. In Chita, 1 infantry. In northern Manchuria, 1 infantry. In eastern Manchuria, 1 infantry. In Rihe, 1 militia, 2 infantry. In Korea, 1 militia, 2 infantry, 2 marines, 1 medium armor. In Suyan, 1 militia, 4 infantry, 1 mountain infantry, 1 cavalry, 1 artillery. In Hopei, 1 militia. In Shangtung, 1 infantry. In Hunan, 2 militia, 4 infantry, 1 battleship in port. In Hunan, 2 infantry. I might have already said that. In Formosa, 1 militia. In Okinawa, 1 militia. In Volcano, 1 militia. In Bonin Islands, 1 militia. In Marshall Islands, 1 militia. In Caroline Islands, 1 militia. In Guam, 2 Marines. In Palau, 1 militia. South Sakhalin Island has a militia. In Kwangtung, 2 militia, 9 infantry, 2 Marines, 1 cavalry, 1 motorized infantry. In Hong Kong, 1 naval transport in port. I see that I'm missing a rondel for Hainan. Okay. In Maluku Islands, 1 Marine. In Dutch New Guinea, 1 infantry, 1 Marine, 1 artillery. In New Britain, 1 Marine. In Burma, 1 militia, 3 infantry. In Siam, also in Burma, 1 medium bomber. In Siam, 1 militia, 1 infantry, 3 Marines, 2 artillery. In British Malaya, 1 militia, 1 infantry, 1 fighter. Oops, this seaplane landed in Borneo. In Borneo is one seaplane. And I believe that is all my units. Please correct me if I have any errors. I wouldn't be surprised if I do. And thanks for your patience. I know I held the game up. Hopefully no more delays until March.